What do, skibbity boo? Today we're going to be going over the 7.3 bonus updates that are going live on April 7th, which is today. I already went ahead and covered these in my 7.4 update video, and I'll go ahead and put a card to that in the top right. But let's go ahead and just dive into it. They're just releasing some skins and nerfing some gods. So, the three new skins that are getting added to the Grim Omens event is Murder of the Crow Sobek, the G.O.A.T Cernunnos, Knight of the Storms Susano, and if you have bought the last three skins and you buy these three skins, you're going to get the Medtech Aphrodite. And the other skin that they are adding is the Pharaoh's Curse Cabrakan, and that's going to be an exclusive to the crossover chest. And I think what they're trying to do with the crossover chest is have gods of Pantheon A, but dressed like they're from Pantheon B. So let's go ahead and take a look at these skins in game. So we have the Murder of the Crows Sobek. I think this skin looks pretty good. I don't think Sobek gets a lot of play, so you might see some more Sobeks in this upcoming week due to this skin, but he's not necessarily a top pick god. I think the skin looks pretty good. It's a ripped crow. I mean, there's not much more to it. Let's go ahead and go to the next one. We have the G.O.A.T Cernunnos. The dev said that they were going for like a hipster Cernunnos, and it's on the same theme as like the city. So there's an Anubis that has a similar themed skin. I think the frisbee for his basic attack is a brilliant idea. I think his feet look a little weird, but I think all in all the skin is pretty good. In terms of quality, it looks good, but in terms of style, yeah. Anyway, so that is the second skin that you'll be able to unlock in the Grim Omens event. Or maybe the fifth. Second one you can unlock from today's release. So then after that... So I don't know why in the show they went in this order. But here's a look at the Medtech Aphrodite in game. I think this skin looks pretty cool. I think the animations to all of her abilities also look very cool. Aphra's a fun god. You can play her support, you can play her mid, you can play her solo, you can play her jungle, you can play her carry. She's just kind of a universal god. You can build her a bunch of different ways. Her kit makes her useful kind of no matter what. I think this skin is a 3 out of 5. Maybe we should have a 10 scale. Anyway, the next skin is this Susano. I forgot exactly what it's called. But this skin, I think, is the best ones coming out of the Grim Omens so far. I think this Susano looks very unique. He looks like his own character. He doesn't really even look like he's Susano or that he belongs in Smite. He kind of looks like he could fit into a variety of games. I thought that skin was very cool. I think it's the best one. So let's go ahead and give that a 4 out of 5. And then this Pharaoh Cabrakan. This one is also very cool. He has a, what's the word? A Pharaoh tomb? Because sarcophagus. Sarcophagus is the thing that he has on his hands. Whenever he smashes them together, he makes the full sarcophagus, freezing somebody. Very cool skin. 3.5 out of 5. I like it a little less than the Susano, but more than the Cernunnos one. So let's go ahead and take a dive into the nerfs and which gods are getting nerfed. So, for the bonus balance live April 7th, bonus balance is being handled slightly differently. This update is for clarity reasons. Many players have been confused about what is going live when, and we are changing our process to improve that. Bonus balance going forward will only be meta nerfs to the top gods. We are also doing a series of community marketing and in-game text changes to help better convey the concept of a bonus balance. So what they used to do is they didn't have a bonus balance. It'd be updated maybe once a month. But what they were doing this year in Season 7 is they're releasing a lot of content. And then if they feel like some gods are too strong or some items are too strong, they'll go ahead and nerf those in a bonus balance patch. So with CAMAZOTZ. Ever since his leap range buff, CAMAZOTZ has been a dominant force in high MMR ranked and competitive play. This newfound mobility has allowed CAMAZOTZ to either escape or engage in 4 more situations. His sustain has been nerfed recently, and now his power buff will be as well. 20 bonus power at low levels is pushing him into the overpowered state in solo lane. This change could make him more reasonable matchup in solo while keeping him as a viable jungler. So they're decreasing the physical power you get from landing your echo on an enemy god. It was on a scale from 20 to 40. Now it's on a scale from 10 to 20. Or 10 to 30, I'm sorry. KUKULKAN. KUKULKAN continues to slither through his nerfs and maintain sky-high stats. Making Whirlwind slightly more reliable has improved his playability massively, and so we have continuously adjusted him. Following up some damage from the last update, we are now focusing on his mobility. Slipstream was regarded as a weak ability for years, but after multiple buffs, it is now one of the most versatile movement abilities in the game. We are increasing the cooldown and decreasing the slow immunity window to give opponents a better chance at catching the slippery god. So Slipstream, which is KUKULKAN's 2 that gives some movement speed, is getting an increased cooldown from a scale of 15 to 11 seconds. Now it's at 15 seconds for all ranks. And they decrease the slow immunity from 1 second to 0.6 seconds. Persephone. So Persephone is a relatively high-skilled god. It takes usually a lot of knowledge on how to use her efficiently at the high levels. Persephone is a unique balance case, touting quite high pick and ban and win rates at high MMR and some of the worst stats in the game everywhere else. Because of this, we applied a shift last update to make Persephone's harvest ability slightly more usable for your average player, paired with multiple nerfs. Players were concerned that those changes buffed her when she did not need buffs due to her pro-level performance. We want to keep the usability changes, but agree with nerfing her at the pro play. So we are adding another strong nerf to this update. So her grasp of death, the speed at which the one fires out, is going to be decreased from 150 to 120. And Persephone is kind of that odd god. She's picked and banned almost every time in the SPL and the Challenger circuit. But whenever it comes to your average games or your casual games, people who pick Persephone usually don't do that well with her. She's kind of hard to do well with. So it makes sense that at the highest level they want to reduce her, but at the lowest level they don't want to turn new players away from playing her because she does not have the best stats whenever it comes to wins, losses, and damage across the board. And then the last set of nerfs coming in 7.3 is with YEMOJA. YEMOJA received a group of nerfs during the 7.1 update, and we have been closely monitoring her stats ever since. She continues to be one of the top banned gods, highly played, and maintaining over 50% win rate. So we are looking to nerf her again. In this round, we are making sure to target YEMOJA's offense as well as her defense. Magical power scaling reductions across the kit should ensure players can't abuse this guardian in the mage role. And decreasing the slow duration at high rank should make her easier to play around and in teamfight stage. So her bouncing bubble is getting a decreased magical power scaling from 40 to 30, and the slow is getting changed from 1.2 to 2 seconds to 1.4 at all ranks. So the scaling power is definitely a nerf, but the slow, like, yes, it's a nerf, but it's not terrible. Moonstrike, decreased magical power scaling of Moonstrike's inner damage from 45% to 40%, so reduction in power or damage. And then Mending Waters, the decreased the magical power scale of Mending Water Heal from 20 to 15%. They decrease the power scaling of the shield from 20 to 15%. So that is going to be it for the 7.3 bonus update that is going live today. Thank you for spending some time with me on your lovely day, and thank you for taking the interest to know what they're doing to your favorite gods within Smite. And if you guys like this video, be sure to leave it a like. Let me know what you think in the comments down below, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.